All right, folks, you know what it is. It's another episode where I, Katie, take you around the thrift store to show you what I would thrift, how I would repurpose it, how I would upcycle it, how I would restyle it to make something super, super cute. So, are you ready for some new ideas? Great. Let's go. Oh, please. All right, some days feel like good thrifting days, and today is one of those days. So let's see if we can find cool stuff for you and for me. Now, one of the loves of my life that you are always going to see at the thrift store is taper candle holders in so many different sizes, in so many different arrangements. But I will say, one of my weird pet peeves is matching taper candle holders that are the matching same size, because when you put the candles side by side, everything's just at the same height, and that is uninteresting to me. I want the candles to be staggered, and although you can put a shorter and a longer one in, they're still the same height, so it's kind of weird and funky. But one cool hack you can do, especially with crystal candle holders, is oftentimes you can find another smaller piece. Like this is a cute little kind of petal crystal situation. If you E6000 that on the top, and then you pair it like this with the other one, you can have two taper candles side by side that will be staggered and look really cute wherever you put them, be that on your hallway console table or your bedside table. But you can really mix and match them. You can even make them like taller, you know, do a few different pieces all up together. Yeah, it's just a really subtle thing, but it does make a big difference, in my opinion. ASMR. That's unpleasant. All right, in previous episodes, I have talked about how great placemats are for decor, but not just as placemats. And I'm actually going to reference myself in this. One cool thing you can do if you have a patio and you want to decorate cheaply is to use placemats as little lantern covers. So especially if you have something like this that is like bamboo or rattan or like woven cane, things like that, you can roll them up like that. And you can hang them and you can put little solar lights in them. I did this for a backyard makeover. I will try to put in some footage of that here, but I got a bunch of placemats for like $1, and I think I made like 3 or 4 lanterns out of them. They can also go around like little outdoor lanterns, like on a picnic table or on a path or something like that. But especially this style that's like, again, bamboo, rattan, cane, something like that is really cool. Oh, and these are especially great if you have plastic or like rubbery mats, because they're a little bit more weatherproof. And obviously they come in a ton of different styles, but yeah, placemats, placemats, placemats. Wait, you guys, most amazing piece of art award goes to this pair of leopards with this crazy, crazy leaf jungle frame. Is this a buy immediately or a buy even faster? Oh, $29.99. This would be in my Elvis jungle girl cave if I could have one. Oh, but I have a tip if you are trying to make art look cool in your house. Hold please. So if you find something on a canvas that is not painted, it's just printed, like this is just totally flat printed, you can coat it in Mod Podge, brush it on, and the brush strokes will dry, but they will dry with texture and make it look like an oil painting if it's not a real oil painting. Like, same thing on these, right? Flat, printed, but paint it with Mod Podge and people will think that you are the Picasso who painted the pig and the cow. You guys ever seen an 885-page book that is this small? My head for scale. Terry Goodkind, Stone of Tears, #1 best-selling author. Have you guys read it? Should I read it? It's huge. It's a plant stand. That's not a real tip, but it could be. Also, side note, one of my favorite things is lady author headshots from the 80s. Look, Judith McNaught and Barbara Taylor Bradford. And who is, no, this has a swastika on it and I am just trying to thrift. I don't care about the Third Reich. Wait, also, I'm not even kidding. This book, Simple Abundance, a daybook of comfort and joy, was like my favorite book in 6th grade. And honestly, this was a book that took a lot of women by storm in the 90s, especially like a lot of like divorced moms and stuff, because it's all about like re-inspiring your creativity and learning to live romantically and doing things like baking apples and carrying baskets as purses. And I read this as though I had just come out of a 20-year divorce, and I loved it, and it helped me reconnect with the woman inside me, even though I was 11. But if you guys see this at the thrift store, get it in my honor, seriously. Guys, why? Who? How? For what? Okay, I wish I could claim credit for this one, but I did see this on the internet, and I love when the internet is brilliant. So you are always going to see a banana holder, right, in one way or another. I saw a girl online, I'm gonna try to find her account. She hung a disco ball from this, which is brilliant if you can't install one, or if you just wanna like have one but set it on your shelf in a cool way that it's gonna get lit. Guys, banana rack holder disco ball holders. Absolutely brilliant. Okay. Now, one thing I always see at the thrift store that I want to buy a million of, but I don't need, is cute little vases, cute little planters, cute little vessels. And one of the cutest things you can do with these is turn them into little tissue holders. Sarah at Redo Style is the queen of this. I will show you guys some examples here and link some of hers below of how she does this, but it is so cute. You can split the tissue packs up, so you can put them all around your house, but like this on your bedside, little chinoiserie situation, adorable, simple, and I like hiding or camouflaging things that like aren't the cutest with things that are the cutest. Imagine that. And while we're speaking of vases, sometimes vases are so cool that they should actually be flipped upside down and turned into a lamp. And I know I've talked about this on this channel before. This is an easy hack, but I will show you, you can get these simple little lamp bases with a plug-in light, and you can add these to anything. Like, is this not the coolest Art Deco inspired light if you turn it upside down and put it on a little shelf? Do I want to do that? Honestly, oh, look at that green. Imagine that illuminated. It's kind of Emerald City, but I love it. Also, how cute is this, guys? It's painted to look like a little vintage basket, but if you find something like this with handles, paint that. Again, that's also not a tip, but it is so cute. Also, just in general, guys, never overlook the candle section, because you could find a leopard print candle from Safari So Good. You could also find a gold snakeskin candle. Guys, just because we can doesn't mean we should. I found a dolphin candle. 6th grade me would have lost my mind over this. I was a dolphin girl. Every girl is an animal girl. Comment your animal girl below. Who were you? Pandas, tigers, dolphins? What was it? I want to know. No, it doesn't make sense. Guys, structurally, if you melt this, you melt him. And then you just melt them in a tragic way. No. Again, what is the motto? Just because we can doesn't mean we should. Guys, I got a new mic. What do you think? Okay, so I just saw this little food dog figurine, and this reminded me of one of the cutest decor things I've ever seen that you can do with a food dog or anything in your house, whether or not you thrift it. And I will call back to another episode where I stayed at an Airbnb and they had a little food dog like this. But what they had behind it, I will show you here, was a miniature illustration of that very food dog. And I thought that was the cutest thing to do for any beloved object, be it a food dog or a bowl or anything you have. So if you are actually feeling so broke that you can't even thrift or something like that, put a tiny illustration of something behind the thing that it is in your house. Does that make sense? I'm still talking into the microphone. All right. Great. Another thing I'm very obsessed with lately is mid-century planters that are 2 pieces, where you have like the bowl and then a figurine in the middle that is meant to be a flower arrangement. This is inspired by the Japanese art of ikebana. Here's a beautiful example of that. Here are some examples right here. Here's another example right here. And one cool way you can fake this is by getting either a flower frog or a pin frog and then thrifting a vintage vessel that is low and shallow, something like this. This happens to be an actual vintage hobnail milk glass piece, but if you put the pin frog in it and you fill it with shallow water and then you add a few stems, it makes the most beautiful flower little centerpiece. And if you had a few of these of a few different sizes all around your house, it's just such a beautiful, simple, natural decor moment. Side note, I saw my dream one today at an antique store, but it was $189, which, not to say it wasn't worth that, but not gonna spend that today. Okay, another thing you're gonna see a lot is like a lot of wire racks, wire trays, things like this. And these can be really, really great for unexpected organization. I just did a video, I will link it below if you're interested, on small kitchen hacks. And one great thing to do is pegboard or a similar kind of hanging situation. So if you were to get this little tray, which is great, little wire tray, you can nail that up. You can add hooks all along and you can store whatever you want on the wall, whether that is in your kitchen or somewhere else. I will show you some inspiration photos here. Also, something like this, these wire handles are really, really easy to break off. So you can make this a total cute little colorful pegboard moment for very cheap, and it's a great use of vertical space. And again, if you're interested in that video, I will link it below. Guys, look at this tiny little faux rattan plastic fake little shelf for $7.99. Somebody did it pink. It's plastic. Is this Barbie? Is Barbie doing a line of luxury Hollywood Regency faux bamboo rattan shelving units? I don't know. All right, my dears, that is it for today's episode. Hope you enjoyed it. If you like these videos, I will link my full playlist of thrifting videos below. And as you can see, I am walking out today with 2 designer candlesticks from World Market. It's thrilling, it's exciting. I don't want you guys to be jealous, but I'm very happy you joined me. But until next time, stay cool, enjoy thrifting, and if you see amazing headshot photos from book jackets from the 80s and 90s, feel free to DM me. I love them. I love to see the ladies in full glam. All right, gonna get out of here. Bye.